Hi, this is Eric Kampmann and this is Sunrise. In 1967, after college, I got on a bus in Providence, Rhode Island and headed north to Hanover, New Hampshire. The next day I went down to the Connecticut River, and which for me was the start of a journey on the Appalachian Trail that would go for basically the month of July. I started out and spent the first night in the woods alone, and then I came across my first surprise, which was the trail is kind of a community. By the second and third day, I was meeting people I had never met before. We would start talking and walking together, and we would share experiences and get to know each other, and then at some point we would split and go in different directions. By July 3rd, I took a short rest, and then I went on the trail again and hiked in about 8 miles to a place called Brook Shelter. It was dusk when I got there. I was pretty content. I got all my equipment out of my backpack and was just relaxing when all of a sudden I moved a stone near the front of the shelter. I was alone, by the way. And I kind of uncovered a snake pit. I mean, I don't know how many snakes were there, but they made me feel, I don't mind snakes, but there were too many of them. And I said, I'm not spending the night with these critters. And so I packed up immediately, even though it was almost dark, and I took off like a shot. The problem was that I had to climb South Kincaid, which is very steep and pretty high. And by the time I got to the top of it, which I don't remember how long it took. It seemed like a few minutes, but I was just going and going and going, paying no attention to being exhausted or anything. I got to the top of Kincaid, which is over 4,000 feet, but then I had to keep on going to Kincaid Pond Shelter, which I arrived at maybe at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So the guy that expected to have a wonderful, peaceful, enjoyable solo night at Brook Shelter experienced one of the first surprises I encountered on the trail, and that was expect the unexpected. Who knew that there were a bunch of snakes hanging out there enjoying the same shelter? Well, I just didn't want to spend the night with them. And so off I took. And I learned on the way up that I was much stronger than I thought I was, because I climbed almost like a runner. Anyway, that was my first kind of unexpected experience on the trail. This is Eric Kampmann, and this is Sunrise.